Peace, what's up? It's your girl Nanny with part 3 of fluoride. I left you with this picture in part 2, and I was explaining how fluoride, the wonder drug, the wonder toxin, the wonder chemical that they're putting into the city's water and putting on children's teeth actually causes fluorosis on the teeth. Okay, so here's a picture of how normal teeth should look, okay? And then you have mild fluorosis on the teeth, moderate and severe. And these yellow marks right here come from none other than fluoride, the fluoride that they are putting into the water system, okay? The fluoride that the dentists use that are hell bent on using this toxic chemical on children's teeth because they have been brainwashed to think that it is safe, okay? And it's not safe. So I don't understand. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. I don't understand why these goddamn dumbass dentists, okay, they have all this education. They went to school for X amount of years and they can't figure this shit out because they've been brainwashed. Because when they send them to school, like I said in part 1, they don't go to school to teach them that fluoride, the history of fluoride, where it comes from and what it does and what it is. They don't teach them that. They want to tell them that fluoride is oh so great, and they recommend that they use it in their practice on children's teeth. Okay? Children don't need to have fluoride on their teeth. They don't. All the parents need to do is take care of their children's teeth. Make sure their children are brushing their teeth correctly. Use fluoride-free toothpaste. Don't use toothpaste that's contaminated with a drug. Okay? And I need to show you something. I wish I would have had that pulled up. Okay. Alright, so I want to read this to you, okay? So they're hell bent on putting fluoride in toothpaste, okay? But the toothpaste itself on the back, the FDA, when at first they didn't have this warning on toothpaste, okay? Then the FDA was getting a lot of flack, all right, a lot of backlash about fluoride. So then they didn't have no choice. They had to get these companies to put a warning label on the back of their toothpaste because fluoride in a tube of toothpaste is very toxic to children, okay? So Colgate right here, it says, warning, keep out of the reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away. If more than is used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact a poison control center right away. Really? Really? Okay. Now listen to this dentist right here. Alright, I want you to listen to this dentist. Alright, but hold on. First, we need to know this, that fluoride is actually a poison. So how did it end up in our water? Okay? That's a question that needs to be answered. The fluoride in our water started out as an industrial waste byproduct of aluminum production. In the early 1900s, manufacturers dumped fluoride in landfill and rivers until it was discovered to be poisoning nearby crops and making livestock sick. Okay? So then they somehow decided that they wanted to start putting it in the goddamn water. And we already know the reason why. I already told you in part 2 why they're putting it in a goddamn tap water. Don't take a rocket scientist to figure that shit out either. Okay, so listen to this dentist. Listen to this. Just listen to what he says. He's going to connect fluoride water, fluoride, and the fluoride that's in the toothpaste and make a connection with it. Just listen.
One of the first things I did is I looked at my tube of toothpaste. It says drug facts. I know it's a drug. If I were to give it to you, it'd have to be a prescription. That's for swallowing. When it comes to toothpaste, it also says don't swallow. And if you do swallow, contact a poison control center. Well, the amount of fluoride that they're talking about is a pea-sized amount of fluoride. You probably don't see that in advertisements, a pea-sized amount of fluoride. Usually when I see an advertisement, it looks more like a Dairy Queen ice cream cone. That amount is a 1/4 milligram of fluoride. Well, that's the same amount of fluoride as what we find in 8 ounces of water. Quarter milligram of fluoride, quarter milligram of fluoride. Don't swallow. If you do, call the Poison Control Center.
Pete, did you see that? You see how he did that? Yo, look, hold up. Listen to the last part. Yo, wow.
In 8 ounces of water. Gram of fluoride. Well, that's the same amount of fluoride as what we find in 8 ounces of water. Quarter milligram of fluoride, quarter milligram of fluoride. Don't swallow. If you do, call the Poison Control Center. One of the things that concerns me is water.
He told you straight up that toothpaste is poison. Okay, fluoride toothpaste is poison, and he told you, he connected it with the water and told you that the water, 8 ounces of water, is poison as well. So if you have it in toothpaste, okay, and then you have it in water, he made that connection to let you know that it's fucking poison. You need to call the poison control. Where the fuck is the outrage at? Where's the outrage at? They're playing with our children. So where's the outrage? Why aren't parents up in arms about this? Okay? Why? Why aren't more parents who take their children to the dentist telling them that they don't want fluoride on their children's teeth? Why? Because they have brainwashed the parents and the dentists and the dental assistants to believe that fluoride is this wonder, this miracle that's going to keep cavities away off of children's teeth. That's what they have done, okay? And I have showed you this picture right here of fluorosis on children's teeth and what fluoride can do. This is from fluoride right here, and this looks far worse to me than any cavity could look on a child. If you catch a cavity early, it's ways to reverse it, okay? You can heal the cavity. You can close the cavity up, all right? With this fluorosis, look at this. Look at this. What will it take to get rid of this? What will it take to get rid of this off of children's teeth? Okay? What will it take to get the fluoride, the poison, out of our children's bodies? Okay? Oh my goodness, man. I don't understand why people aren't outraged. But anyway, let it play.
Water fluoridation for infants. The American Dental Association and Center for Disease Control recommend that infants not receive water for drinking nor for making their formula. It's 250 times more concentrated in fluoride than mother's milk. We shouldn't fluoridate water and harm our most vulnerable. The next thing I looked at was dental fluorosis. These are the white and brown spots on the teeth.
And dental fluorosis is what I just showed you, this right here. And it stems from fluoride, okay? This right here.
The only thing that causes dental fluorosis is fluoride. Too much fluoride ingested usually...
Listen, the only thing that causes dental fluorosis is what? Fluoride. The only thing, okay? So it looks like fluoride is causing more harm than doing any type of good. What good is it doing? Because all the studies has proven that fluoride is not doing anything to prevent cavities.
During the developing years, birth to about 8 years of age. When I see people coming in to have treatment for dental fluorosis, I mention to them that they have had too much fluoride. And this is an indication that the rest of their body has probably had too much fluoride also. Their bones and in the rest of their organs.
So remember I told you in part 2 how when our elderly, when they get older, and the worst thing that can happen to them is if they break a bone because their bones are calcified, okay? So it's easy for them to break their bones. It's very easy for them to crack their bones and break their bones, and that's the worst thing that can happen to an elderly person, because from there they go downhill, all sorts of things start happening. So most likely the reason why, like the dentist just said, if he sees fluorosis on the teeth, then most likely the inside, other parts of the body are also are affected, okay, by what? Fluoride.
Damage from dental fluorosis is not disputed. Everyone agrees that too much fluoride can cause dental fluorosis. About 1/3 of children are now experiencing fluorosis, according to the CDC. The next thing I wanted to look at was benefits. What are the benefits of it? I've heard reports of 20 to 40%, 60%, 80% tooth reduction with water fluoridation. So what is the benefit of water fluoridation? And I had a close look at several factors. One, comparing different countries of the world, we can see that no matter what we do on fluoridation, whether the country fluoridates or no fluoride at all, decay is reduced the same amount in all countries. We can compare states in the United States. We can see on a graph that as they're plotted in order of increased amount of fluoridation in the state, fluoridation doesn't make any difference. We have the same amount of good health in the states regardless of their fluoridation. Same thing for counties and other locations. That was disturbing to me. If there's no benefit, well, why are we fluoridating? I have two requests for you. One is to talk to your dentist and your healthcare provider about fluoridation. Ask them if they've seen the National Academy of Science report on fluoridation. Give them information that they may not have on water fluoridation and excess fluoride exposure. That helped me when my patients casually, calmly, quietly said, have a look at this. This doctor, this dentist is concerned about water fluoridation. What do you think? None of us professionals want to harm our patients. Our whole lives are given to improving the health of people, not harming them. And so for those of you who are healthcare professionals, I highly urge you to look once again at the science on fluoridation. Science doesn't need to be scary. It's just information. Spend a little bit of time looking at it on both sides of the issues. Don't just look at one side filtered. Look at both sides and weigh it for yourself. The other thing is to sign an online petition with me at fluoridealert.org. The online petition requests Congress to have hearings on fluoridation. It also recommends that we no longer fluoridate our water. Thank you.
So there's petitions and shit. I mean, it's just so much. It's so many things that go against fluoride. I mean, it's so many things that go against fluoride. It's just too much. But yet, the FDA continues, the EPA continues to push fluoride as being safe. Okay? Fluoride, listen, fluoride is so toxic, it was once considered a hazardous waste by whom none other than the EPA. But then they started to backtrack when people jumped on that and hopped on it because that's the EPA telling you basically that fluoride is hazardous. It's a hazardous waste. That's exactly what it is. It's hazardous. It's a waste. You need to get rid of it. But like, why would you put something so toxic into the drinking water? And like I said in part 2, if it's for cavities, to prevent cavities in children, why are you putting it in all the water? All the water across the country, you're putting it in the city's water for everybody to drink it? Really? As if adults don't know how to prevent themselves from getting cavities. Like, come on now. Read between the lines. I just want to know where's the outrage. That's all. Where's the outrage? It's illegal to do all these things, like to dump fluoride into lakes and rivers, but it's perfectly fine to put it into the water supply. I mean, come on, y'all. You gotta be outraged about this. I'm sorry. Fluoride is actually a poison, so how did it end up in our water? That's the greatest question ever, for real. For real. Research it for yourself. So, I wanted to, actually, it was something else, and I should have had that pulled up, too. Alright. Alright, so, I want to give you information to help you, find out what contaminants may be in your water in your area, okay? Alright, and it's a site that you go to, but let me read this. Finding your water quality report. That's what it is, because every year they are supposed to print out a report and send it to people who are actually paying water, like people who own a home, or if you rent a home, you're supposed to get a yearly water quality report. It's very easy these days to find your water quality report. Usually all you need to do is go to your water company's website and look for their water quality information. You could also type in your zip code, water company, municipality, and the following quote into your browser: water quality report. It's just that simple. Alright, it's that simple. Or you can go here. You can go here to the and this is the EPA right here, the EPA's website, which is an official website of the United States government. All right, they're all connected, devils. But you can go here, you can find your local CCR, go to your state, hit it, type in the city, and it should come up down here. All right, it should come up. But if that's too complex for you, all you need to go is to go to your the website in your state, this wherever you get your water from, whatever the company is called. Go to that website and type in a quality report. You want to get a water quality report. So that's what you type in, and it should come up for you. It's just that simple. So you'll know what the hell contaminants are in the water. It's not just fluoride, okay? But fluoride is just one of those that's just it's so bad that when you get a filter that filters out like many contaminants, that's one of them that does not come out. It's not. It takes a special type of filter to get fluoride out of your water. Okay, and I'm about to show you those now. All right, here's one. All right, so this one is best in class stainless steel and glass Carafe water distiller, model 300 SS. Okay, now I've read the reviews on this one. This one is, I mean, every last review that I read were all good. All of them, they were all good. So if you're going to invest into a water filter, you want to make sure it's a water filter that's going to filter out fluoride as well, because it's so many water filters and they don't. I promise you, they do not filter out fluoride. You have to get the right one, okay? The right one that's going to filter out fluoride, or you're just going to be waste a lot of money for nothing, thinking you're filtering out the fluoride when you're not, okay? This is a distiller. What a distiller does, it takes out all the harsh contaminants. It takes them all out. I mean, it takes everything out. Even the natural minerals that's in water, it takes that out too. So if you want to replace the natural minerals, I could suggest you get like sea moss. Sea moss has, I believe it's like 92 or 96 minerals that the body needs. So, and mineral is natural, it's of nature. So you can get some sea moss and you can replace it with that. You know what I'm saying? Do that, because the distiller is going to take everything out. It's going to be pure, clean water. That is it. Alright, it's not going to be anything in the water. You're going to see all the contaminants. When you distill the water, when it's all done, you're going to see all the contaminants that came out of the tap water. And if you see that, you will never ever in your life touch tap water again. Unless you're dumb, you know what I'm saying, and you don't care about your health. But once you see that and you see all them contaminants that settled in there, that came out, that pulled out from the filter, your jaw is going to drop, and you're going to be like, darn, you was putting that in your body all this time. Yes. And here's another one. Water Wise. Now this one has a lot of good reviews as well. This one has a lot of good reviews. I read through the reviews and it's really good. You want to get a distiller, because honestly all them other filters, they're not taking out fluoride. They're not. You have to get a water distiller to take out all the contaminants, including the fluoride. You have to get a distiller. That's it. Alright, now if you go to the store and you get water, okay, it's so hard to know if the water is even safe in these stores. Okay, they could be, like I said, they bottle up water and they advertise it as spring water or water they got from the springs, when it's nothing but tap water. So like I said, if you know somebody who can test the water for you, like I know somebody who actually tests the water for me, so I know. So I mean, that's what I do. So you can do the same thing. Find somebody. If you don't know nobody, look it up online. See if you can find somewhere in your area where they can test the water for you and tell you what contaminants are actually in the water. Okay, you need to do that, because buying this water from the stores, I mean, you're wasting a lot of money thinking you're getting clean water, and you're not. Okay, if you do buy water from the store, make sure it's distilled water. Okay, And if you do get the distilled water, you actually want to have somebody test the water for you to make sure there are no contaminants like fluoride in the water. Okay? Alright, so you have to think about it like every time you take a sip of water from the tap, you cook with it, you prepare your meals with it, you take a shower with it, you're exposing yourself to what? Fluoride. That's why you need to get a shower head as well. And I seen something on this site. I have one, but I can't remember where I got it from. It was a long time ago. So I don't remember exactly where, but it's on this site somewhere. Just look through the site and you'll be able to find them. And if you don't find it on this site, you'll find it on this site right here. Okay? They have shower heads to remove the fluoride, because remember, you're washing up with it. Okay? Just because you're not drinking it by getting distilled water, you're still using it on your body and in your hair. All right? And fluoride, remember, was considered a toxic waste by the EPA. Alright? And that's exactly what it is. A goddamn toxic waste. That's what it is. Nobody should be ingesting that shit, and they know it. Alright? So, I went over a lot of material about this fluoride, and you should know, will be well informed by now of the dangers of fluoride, and it shouldn't be in the drinking water. It shouldn't be geared towards our children, our most vulnerable, okay? Because, it's wrong to do that. It's wrong to sit up there and intentionally, and they're doing this stuff intentionally, poison our most vulnerable, our children, okay? And with the toothpaste situation, stop buying toothpaste that has fluoride. Your Colgate, your Crest, your Scope, and your Listerines and all that bullshit, throw it in the garbage right now. Get up, go in your bathroom, and just throw it in the trash, okay? If you need an alternative until you can get some toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it, you can use some baking soda, some coconut oil, and you can drip some essential oils in there and brush your teeth with that, okay? That works wonders, okay? Just until you can get yourself some toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it, okay? And I'm going to start doing more videos on all their toxins and all their poisons, okay? Since they want to poison the people, guess what? The people need to know about it, and that's what I'm going to do. I think my next one is going to be on BPA, either that or trans fat, one or the other. People need to know about these things, okay? So I hope I was able to help you and to help you understand that fluoride is poison. All right, it's a drug. Okay, that's how they classify it. The FDA classified it as a drug. Okay, it's actually a toxic. That's what it is. It's toxic. It's toxic to the body. It's toxic to the pineal gland. I went over that with you in part 2. It's just toxic everywhere around, and nobody should be coming in contact with it. Period. Point blank. All right.